Good evening, everybody. Welcome.
Welcome.
Should I use? Okay, I'm going to call this meeting to order. It is 6:02 p.m. This is a special meeting of the full Holyoke City Council, and we have a lot of wonderful guests, elected officials, members of the school committee are all here. And so we don't have a clerk, so I'm going to take the attendance for our city council, and then we'll go from there. Councilor Anderson Burgos,
Happy to be here.
Councilor Bartley, Councilor Devine, Councilor Givner,
Here.
Councilor Graney,
Here.
Councilor Jordan, Councilor McGrath-Smith,
Here.
Councilor Murphy-Ramboletti is here, Councilor Ocasio,
Here.
Israel Rivera, Jenny Rivera, Councilor Sullivan,
Here.
and Councilor Bacon.
Here.
Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Alrighty, so the purpose of tonight's meeting is what we do annually. This is a special meeting to accept the mayor's budget proposal and receive the state of the city. We are being recorded. We're being live streamed on the city's public access station and the website, and this meeting is also being translated. So thank you to everyone who is here. With that, I will invite the mayor to come up and give the state of the city. Welcome, Mayor. I'll also say we were just joined by Councilor Rivera, and I was contacted by Councilors Devine and Jordan, who both had prior commitments and were unable to be here this evening. So with that, I will turn it over to you. Do you want me to remove these things from
Whatever you want.
It's organized chaos up here.
It's your desk.
It is, isn't it?
Can I use your pen?
Yeah, of course.
Do you know that I am the first mayor in this city's history that actually can say Madam President? Thank you so much, Madam President. Thank you to the city councilors for the chance to talk to you tonight. It's an honor to work alongside you to care for our city. Thank you to all of our school committee representatives who are also here with us, and everyone in the room that serves on a municipal board or committee or commission, thank you. I'd also like to thank the incredible staff here at City Hall and throughout who work day in and day out, making sure the people of Holyoke get the services they rely on. If really quickly, if you're a municipal employee, if you could just stand, raise your hand, something. I do have to give a shout out and thank you to partners at the state level. We also have Representative Duffy, who's here with us. Thank you for your work. Senator John Bullis. I don't know if he's here, but an incredible partner, Sheriff Nick Cochi. I believe even watching online, our Lieutenant Governor, Kim Driscoll. Governor Mayor Haley, incredible partners at the state level. Big thanks to my family. It's an especially busy time when the budget is getting worked out, and their grace and patience and encouragement has certainly helped me beyond measures. And finally, I want to thank the people of Holyoke. You sent us here today to do a job, to ensure the city's long-term financial health, to make smart investments, to make Holyoke a safe, welcoming place, to educate our young people, and to have a vision for what the next 10, 20, 50 years should look like here in our community. In short, you want us to do what you all do every single day. Solve problems, do right by each other and your neighbor. Try to leave this city a little better than where we found it. I know I speak for many of the elected officials in this chamber when I say I think that we did exactly that. And tonight, I'm here to report that the state of our city is strong, and I'm going to propose some ways that we together can make it even stronger. Let's start first with the city's fiscal outlook. It's no secret that we're certainly living in uncertain political moments. The partnership we once enjoyed with the federal government is no longer secure, and important grant money that was going to be used for critical infrastructure was rescinded, and there's likely to be more upheaval in the months ahead with things like community development block grant money currently on the chopping block. If this succeeds, this means we can lose out on these important funds that we've benefited for many years to support our food banks and housing initiatives and programs that protect the health and safety of the public, after-school programs, domestic violence shelters, and so much more. Things that give us the flexibility we need to take care of our most vulnerable people. But despite these challenges, we've worked to take care of our own fiscal house, stabilizing our foundation. The budget remains balanced. We've made tough decisions about how to realign City Hall resources. City services will continue without interruption. Our bond rating was reaffirmed once again, and our rating agency even made note that we may even see an increase if we continue on our current trajectory. We've been able to make transformative investments in our government infrastructure. We're upgrading our city buildings. We're making capital upgrades that are improving the quality of life for everybody. This includes ongoing work in fixing our sidewalks, as well as our roads. Gods know we need to do more on our roads. This is all a sign of a fiscally healthy community, but I'll be the first to admit that there is so much more work to do. To have strong local finances, we need strong internal controls. We need a local government that can effectively do its job. I campaigned on this. I've talked about it. Every time I've addressed this chamber, I talk about it even in my sleep. I'm going to keep talking about it until we get the job done. Here's the good news. We're already on our way. A voter referendum earlier this year turned the role of treasurer from an elected position to an appointed one. This change was a long time coming, and it will help ensure that our treasurer's position isn't determined by politics, but by experience and expertise. I do want to thank the council for putting this question to the voters. And I want to thank the voters for recognizing the wisdom of this measure. And I want to thank our last elected city treasurer, Rory Casey. Rory, where are you? Way in the back. Rory, thank you for your hard work, your wisdom in the office, and for leading the charge to help make this change. Our financial position has gotten stronger in recent years. Now that we're working together and modernizing our financial departments, I can tell you that I believe it's only going to get even stronger. Before you tonight, you have two versions of the city budget. The original one reflecting the cost of our current operations if we leave our financial departments as they are, and another optional one that reflects the cost of operations if we were to pass what we call the Municipal Finance Modernization Act. The Municipal Finance Modernization Act represents a bold, comprehensive step forward. It's a complete rewrite of our city's financial ordinances, and if we're going to be honest, we know that this is exactly what this city has been needing for a very long time. But when you get into the specific of the proposals, you see that there's nothing radical about this act. It's all common sense stuff. And it incorporates the best ideas and recommendations from councilors from over the years and across this political spectrum. We've all played a role in shaping what's in this legislation. Here's what it's going to do. It's going to reorganize city departments, change important job titles, and rectify issues with auditing that have been plaguing our city for decades. It will also increase efficiency and add critical oversight and improve the overall accountability for the people. And it will also create a new position. Get this, a chief financial administrative officer. That's right, it's time to talk about the CAFO yet again. This is only my third, fourth time, Madam President. The CAFO position is the next logical step in shoring up our fiscal house. The State Division of Local Services has recommended that we create this position for nearly 2 decades, and I plead up here in front of all of you to not delay this any further. Taken together, the reforms in the Municipal Finance Modernization Act would empower us to collect revenues more effectively and to forecast our financial future in more timely, accurate ways. And they will help us ensure continuity across administrations. Future mayors and future councilors, I will tell you, will thank us. Our financial staff here at City Hall agree about the need for a better system, so let's get them the tools they need so that they can succeed. And if you approve this plan, we do project a savings of over $100,000 by 2027. I'm calling on the council to pass this act before the end of this fiscal year so that it can start being put into place by July 1. Modernizing our finance department is one critical way we can prepare ourselves to weather whatever storms are on the horizons. And it will help us control our own destiny and ensure the resilience of our city. I do want to give a quick shout out and thank you to our consultant, TJ Plant, who's here with us right outside in the hall. TJ is the former CAFO for the city of Springfield and has certainly been very helpful guiding us through what we need to do to get this work in front of you. We're also making meaningful progress when it comes to policing and public safety. First of all, we welcome the new police chief, Brian Keenan, who's here with us today also. Mr. Brian Keenan. The chief, he has really hit the ground running. He understands that the effectiveness of Holyoke Police Department depends on strong leadership and smart fiscal management. That, I think we can all agree, really is the foundation. So, since the chief was sworn in, the department has implemented best financial practices. Chief, I'm going to steal your thunder a little bit. He likes to brag that the overtime budget has been cut by 47%. Good job, Chief. The department has also implemented an online scheduling and employee benefits management system which enables the department to make the best use of its overtime expenditures. Beyond this smart fiscal management, the chief and I are pursuing strategic vision, one designed to build trust between our officers and the community, protect public safety, and reduce recidivism. We're getting back to community policing mindset. Our officers will be responsible for specific geographic areas in the city. On bike and foot patrol, they'll get to know our neighborhoods and the people they're sworn to protect. The police department derives its legitimacy from its relationships with the community. When the department's relationship with the community is built on trust, we all feel a little safer and more secure. So I want to thank the chief and all of our officers for their patience through our build-up process and their hard work on our behalf. And to the people of Holyoke, you can expect to see progress in your own neighborhoods if you haven't already. Public safety is also about feeling a sense of responsibility for the face of our community. When Holyoke residents keep their own properties clean, they're contributing to public safety. The city government should be expected to meet this standard too. When we come up short, I expect the public to hold us accountable, and vice versa. And today, we're a leading example enforcing public health and building codes and other city codes responsible for ensuring a better health and safety for our community. And even more fundamentally, public safety is about providing real opportunities to our residents. It's about supporting the successful reentry of people exiting the justice system. That's why we're going to offer ROCA participants CDL training and a path to employment with the city. That's why we're investing in Sheriff Cochise All-Inclusive Supportive Services Program, or AISS for short, offering mental health, addiction, education, and employment services to people leaving the system and trying to rebuild their lives. And that's why we're building out a community response division at the War Memorial, where agencies doing this important work can cross-collaborate together with our Holyoke Police Department and better respond to these issues. And I do want to give a shout out and a big thank you to Councilor Israel Rivera for never letting me forget about our most vulnerable people. Perhaps no issue is more important to our community's health, security, and safety than the education of our kids. A good education makes so much else possible, and a high-performing school district benefits everybody in the community, whether their kids go to our schools or not. 10 years ago, after years of underperformance, our school district was placed under state receivership. This issue divided the community. Many of us fought receivership. Others embraced it. The decision ultimately was out of our hands and receivership came. So what did we do? We did what Hoyokers do. We pulled together. We did whatever it took to improve our schools. Our teachers remained true to the vocations, showing up each and every day for our city's young people. And after much debate and deliberation, our elected officials approved funding to build a new middle school. This sent the state a very clear message. The kids in the Holyoke Public Schools are all of our kids, and we're all in this together. We have what it takes. And tonight I can tell you without any hesitation, our efforts paid off. The ribbon is being cut on the new middle school in August, and after years of hard work by our students, our teachers, our Holyoke Public School staff at all levels, our schools are officially coming out of receivership, and we got our schools back. Let me be very clear about what this means. Our school committee will once again be empowered to make decisions on behalf of the people they serve. Our superintendent will be accountable to the duly elected school committee, and the members of the Holyoke Teachers Association will have the right to collective bargain. I want to thank everybody who made that possible, including the members of our school committee, past and present. Of the members of the school committee, can you please stand up for a moment? Real quick. Past and present. Thank you. I want to recognize in the most heartfelt way, in a special way possible, the hard work of Anthony Soto. This is a man who grew up downtown Holyoke, went through the Holyoke public school system. He bought his candy at Manny's Market on Sargent Street when he was growing up. He returned to the city to help turn our schools around. He knows the city and he loves the city. He loves the city's young people, and when his city needed him, he rose to the occasion. He got us through very dark times. And Anthony, I want to tell you, we owe you a great deal of debt. Thank you. Now, as I conclude, I want to say something about what all of this work means. We're taking care of our fiscal house. We're promoting public safety and community well-being. We're investing in our schools. We're taking care of our kids. We do this work because we believe a better future is possible. That's what it means. Every time our city employees leave their homes and they come to work, they affirm the hope of a better future. Every time our city council or school committee members, elected members, people who serve on our boards and committees, they step up, work weeknights, spending hours on the minute on our local government, they affirm the hope of a better future. And every time our teachers walk through the doors of the schools ready for another day of educating their students, they affirm the hope of a future. Every time a police officer or firefighter run toward danger, every time a DPW worker collects the trash or clean parks, they affirm hope for a better future. And every time parents read to their kids at night or neighbors pitch in to help when a friend has experienced tragedy, every time a writer puts a pen to the page or a musician reaches for their instrument or people gather at their places of worship, they affirm hope for a better future. It's important to say this. It's also important to remember this because it feels like, and I'm not talking about whatever is happening right now at this moment, but I'm talking about for as long as I've been involved in my community here. It feels like we're living through a time, regardless of your politics, many of our fellow citizens seem to not believe that a happy future is possible. People are hurting. They're afraid. And in an atmosphere of fear, the ties that bind us together can come undone so quickly. People turning on each other, and they look for others to blame and point fingers and say it's that group or that person's fault. They pine for a past that never really, I hate to say it, really never existed. Meanwhile, leaders exploit these fears, using them as a pretense to suspend our constitutional rights. And just like that, the future, it feels like it's snatched away. So what does that mean for those of us in this room? Those of us who have been entrusted to be stewards of the community, we have a responsibility to always model what is best about us, Holyoakers, about our community, to be joyful and hopeful, to not live in fear of tomorrow. We have a duty to envision and then create tomorrow that has a place for everybody. This will require some creativity and a willingness to see beyond the constraints of the given moment. We can plan ahead, we can imagine the world as it should be, and we can all ask ourselves, why not? Consider the Ingleside part of town. There's a lot of potential over there. Let's form a committee to figure out how to improve and drive development. We can call it Ingleside 2050. Why not? Let's build a state-of-the-art sports complex and make Holyoke a sports capital of New England. Why not? Or let's form a local task force to finally bring about locally controlled broadband. Why not? Let's leverage our nation's first ever quantum computing center that's going to be located right down the street to attract new business, or even capitalize on our wastewater treatment plant for economic development. Why not? Why not lead in clean tech and advanced manufacturing? Let's finalize and execute the first comprehensive master plan in over 25 years. Why not? When we work together, when we plan together, when we dream together, and when we are able to do these very things together as a community, as neighbors, that's the substance of hope. The world recently lost a great moral leader in Pope Francis, a friend to migrants and refugees, an advocate for the poor, a defender of the climate. Pope Francis knew something about hope, and this is what he had to say, and I quote, "Hope is a virtue of heart that doesn't close itself in the dark, doesn't stop in the past, doesn't scrape along in the present, but it can clearly see tomorrow." So Holyoke, let's not close ourselves in the dark. Let's not stop in the past or scrape along in the present. Let's listen to one another, work together. Let's be in solidarity with one another. Let's clearly see tomorrow, and let's build it together. Because, why not? Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Garcia. Great job as always. Why not? And thank you to everyone who joined us this evening. City employees, thank you for all that you do. All our elected officials, really, really appreciate all of you being here. And of course, our friends on the school committee, you're always welcome to join us in council chambers. So thank you for being here. Just so everyone is aware, we do have 3 budget hearings scheduled. The first one is May 21st, next Monday. I'm sorry, the 19th, just kidding. The second one is May 29th, 28th. Listen, guys, it's been a long week. And the third one is June 9th. I did schedule these myself. So I'm looking forward to having a great budget season, as always, and to see our department heads. So thank you. And with that, I will entertain a motion to receive the budget and lay it on the table.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. I will now entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.